Yeah, we here at Status Barbershop on the east side of Pittsburgh, talking to the owner, Rue Lemon. You start off by telling us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so like you said, man, my name's J. Rue, but everybody call me Big Rue. From here, born and raised, Pittsburgh, man. You know, grew up on the east side, came through the struggles and strife like everybody else, man. And, you know, like, in just being a product of my environment, you know, like going through the situations, trying to find myself growing up, but always had that vision, you know what I mean, of doing big things, like taking it to another level.
Right.
But humbly though, keeping my heart. That was one thing that my family definitely instilled in us is keeping our heart, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because you can enjoy success, you can even experience success, but if you don't know how to work through the ups and the downs, how to be a good winner and a good loser, and learn from it, bro, you'll be fucked in the game for real.
No doubt. My man. So we talked to you a little bit, and you mentioned that you did a little bit of time,
Absolutely.
federal penitentiary. When did you go to prison?
So I got indicted in 2003, went down in 2004. They gave me 87 months. Out of that, I did 70 in the federal penitentiary. I was all over this country, you know, kidnapped me for 70 months. That's how I feel. Kidnapped me, bro.
Took you.
Yeah, and but I ain't even gonna lie, like, it was the worst and the best thing that could have happened to me, man, at the time, because like, there was a time during that process, like, you go through stages, you know, you go through a point where you don't think it could happen to you, like you're invincible out here, you know, you the man, you running around, you getting money, you got people, you got women, you got fame, you got respect, you know, if you're a good dude. And then the people come get you. And when the feds come get you, it's different than the state.
Yeah, because when they come get you, they got you.
They got you, bro. They got you. They just giving you your time. Like, this is what you gonna do.
Right.
If you fight, this is what you gonna do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you could take your choice and do it, but you're going to jail.
So tell us the circumstances that led up to your incarceration. You know what I mean? Like, you know, what led to your indictment. Absolutely.
So, you know, like I said, man, I was out here getting it with a group of people. What they did is they did a big roundup, you know what I mean? And when they do the roundups, like, some people you know, some people you don't know, some people, you know who they are. You know, so we was all on the news on the whole thing, and you know, I was part of the people up there on the pictures shown and all that other stuff. So they get indicted, boom, get sentenced. They send me up. Started my time up in Cumberland, Maryland. And I ain't gonna lie, like, during
Maryland?
Yep, Cumberland, Maryland. In the medium high, bro. That's where I started my time at, man. I was like, it was completely like, man, it's like going to the fucking Twilight Zone. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing up there but trees and sky. That's the only thing you see. And you gotta get, you know what I'm saying? You gotta change, because then that's the second stage. Like, it ain't real. Like, this ain't real, bro. I'm really here. Like, I'm not going home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No matter what I say, no matter what I do, they ain't letting me out of there till I do this.
Till I do this time.
Months.
Yeah. Till I do this time, bro.
Right.
And you owe all of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. And it was during that time, though, once you go through the mind fuck of like, yo, I'm not coming home. You got to go through all your emotions, dude. I cried, prayed,
Yes, sir.
tried to find myself and all that other stuff. And like, almost like a year, around the first year is when I dug in and was like, yo, I gotta either make a choice. Either I'm gonna come home and change, or I'm gonna be on the same shit and then be like my cellie who got 30 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want that. My daughter was just born. You know what I mean? I missed the first 6 years of her life.
Right.
During this process, bro.
Right. So talk to me a little bit about that. Like, how did it make you feel to be, like you said, missing from her life for her first 6 years?
Man, it was fucked up, bro. Like, cause my dad got killed. He was murdered when I was 6 years old, and I'm the oldest of three. You know what I'm saying? So my other two little brothers, we didn't know who he was. So that was the thing that made me want to be a better dad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to be the dad I never had.
Absolutely.
See what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And feeling like I'm in this position now where I'm missing the most influential years of her life.
Yes, sir.
The first 6 years, I'm missing her first walk, her first words. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit killed me. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching her grow up through pictures.
Right. not being able to hold her. Like, a lot of people don't understand, like, that's the biggest part of doing time. Like, people try to act like, oh, you scared of prison. The jail is like the streets. It ain't about being scared of no other individual.
Exactly.
It's about what they take away from you that you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They don't, like you just said.
Yeah.
You can't, you watching her grow up through pictures.
Through pictures, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's the worst thing in the world. And yo, there's no words that could fill that void. You know what I mean? How many I love yous, how many letters, or you get to a position where you can start sending stuff home it's like a pity gift. It's like, because I can't be there, I'm trying to give you a part of me. Right. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't the real thing, man. And I would just say, man, don't do that shit to anybody. But sometimes it's a stepping stone lesson that people gotta learn. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I say, like, it changed me. You know what I mean? I would never want to do it again, but I would never take it away.
And that was going to be, that's what I wanted to ask you as well. That was going to be my next question. You said it changed you. So you said you was gone from your daughter's life for 6 years, and everything like that. Looking back on stuff like that, if you had a chance to go back and do everything all over again, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Would you, or would you just say that this is what it was, this is how everything was meant to go, and this is what made me who I am?
Exactly. That was a good ass question, man. Because for real, like, right around the time when I got indicted, I was starting, me and my brother Trees, we was starting, Jay Vaughn, they call him Vaughn. He started to make the transition, bro. We was getting out of the street, we was tired, we felt as if though we made a decent little mark for ourselves. It's time to make a transition. And started cutting hair straight from the muscle, bro. And it was like, we got around some good dudes. Just showing you, like, this is my man, Dre. Andre, he had East Liberty Cuts back here on CVS in the alleyway. This man right here is the main reason why we got started cutting hair, why I got started cutting hair. Everybody who's in my shop right now is because of this man right here. Gave us all a chance.
That's what's up.
Helped us through that transition. So,
and it got to start somewhere.
It got to start somewhere.
And I like that you brought that up, because now what he did for you, you doing for other people now.
Absolutely.
That you got your own shop and everything.
Absolutely. This is the foundation. That was what was instilled in us. Create a foundation for the people who you're with. Y'all team members, you're not my employees. You don't work for me, you work with me. This is a foundation for us to build on the things that we want to do in our life. Use this as the stepping stone so we can create avenues for other people to be great.
Right. You know right. I like that. I like that, and that's a good point. So you said you went to jail for selling drugs. Did somebody tell on you, or did they like just have you? You know what I'm saying?
No. I was somebody definitely told on me. I got set up by a partner, man, and it broke my heart. He was like my brother, man. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, we did a lot of stuff together. I considered him my road dog. Right. You know what I mean? But that's just how the game goes. Right. For real.
When you out there, it's the type of stuff that you putting yourself in jeopardy to.
Exactly. And I can't blame him. I'm blaming myself, because I put myself in that predicament, you know, and you never know who's around you. That's why you gotta watch who you with. It's always the closest ones to you, bro.
Right. So what made you start selling drugs?
It was how we grew up, man. We was poor. I'm from East Hills. Grew up single parent mother, 3 kids. We was poor. Trying to figure out a way to not be that no more. You know what I'm saying? So just being a man in the house. Right. You know what I mean? Getting out here, getting on, putting food on the table, clothes on her back, paying bills, taking some of the hassle, some of the pressure off my mom, being able to help family members after that. Right. You know what I mean? Looking up to some of my old heads and shit that was out here, and said, fuck it, man, I gotta be a man at a young age. You know what I mean? So I jumped off the porch when I was like 12.
Okay. So you've been out here, so you've been basically in the streets, you know, surviving since you was 12 years old.
Since I was 12, and I went down when I was 24. So that was it.
So okay, so you in your bed, you know, you doing your time. At what point during your incarceration did you realize, listen, man, I got to change. Because I'm not trying to be in here like this no more. You know what I'm saying? When you realize that if you didn't change, that you was definitely coming back.
Hell yeah, man. Cause you be in that cell, bruh, and you know, you be in that cell, you got the storytellers, you got the everything dudes, you know what I'm saying? And you know, you got these, and you could live around these people, you could bid with these dudes, man. Do these time, you hear these stories, you talk about showing pictures, you living your life through the pictures now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But for real, my grandma got sick, really, really, really sick. And I talked to her on the phone, man, and she had a real ass conversation with me, man.
Okay.
And for real, and she's like my second mother. It's my mom and my grandma.
Right.
They raised us together.
Right.
So in essence, I had two moms. You know what I'm saying? And she sat me down, had a real ass conversation. Like, J. Rue, I don't know how long I'm gonna be on this earth, but if this is the legacy you wanna live out here, you got to live with it. That hurt me because in my heart, it felt like I was hurting her.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It was bigger than me now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
This is a woman that you love, that loves you, that wants you to do better with yourself. And she's telling you, like, listen, you know, you got to do something better than this.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So then I stopped hanging around those storytellers and all that other stuff. And the thing about life is, like, God will start putting people in your way no matter what type of situation you're in, no matter where you at in your situation, to help you go to where you want to go. The first thing it starts with is your dream, your ambition, your vision. You know, when you want to make a change. And then when you start making that change, people will start coming in your life to help you make that change. And I started meeting people on her. The one good thing about being in the feds, like some of the people on the compound were doctors, lawyers, financial guys, real estate moguls, people who had their own business, besides the gang members and the storytellers and the everything else you think you see on TV is real, it's completely different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I started hanging around those dudes. They start giving me game, teaching me how to speak in public, reading books differently. You know what I mean? I'm not reading all the hood novels all the time, but reading financial books and stuff like that, you know? And it's like being able to have the confidence to speak to somebody and say, this is my plan, this is what I'm trying to do, or are you willing to invest with me?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Those are the things that help me change.
So they was giving you a whole different kind of game.
Absolutely,
you know
bro.
What I'm saying? Game that you knew you was going to need once you got released from prison.
Absolutely.
I feel you. I feel you, big bro. Okay, so you do 70 months of an 86-month sentence. So, okay, then you get released. Okay.
Right.
What would you say has been the biggest challenge you faced since coming home?
Building a relationship with my daughter. She already had a personality at that time. She's going on 6, about to be, you know, like she's 6, you know what I mean? She has a personality. When I came home and actually spent time with her, she was scared of me a little bit. Because, you know, I know who you are. Like, I know you're my dad, but I don't know you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, Mom, don't leave me alone with him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. You had to build the whole relationship.
Yeah, man, that trust and everything that should have been built when I was gone, and I'll never get that back. Building it from then on, but you can't get those years back. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that was the biggest thing. The thing that I was blessed with was these hands and being able to cut hair.
Absolutely.
You know, that was a trade that there ain't but a couple people up north that they fuck with. They don't fuck with. It's the chef and the barber.
Absolutely.
You better believe it. So,
yes, sir.
You know, I was straight the whole time as far as that go. And it helped me cultivate the skills, get it right. Because when they moving you around the country like that, in the feds, they move you every 18 months or so. So I'm meeting people from all around the country. And you learn different styles, different techniques, different way people like their haircut. You know, cutting different ethnicities, you know, and it's like, it helped me tighten my shit up.
Right.
So when I hit the streets, boom, shout out to my homie Ron Smith, gave me a shot.
Absolutely.
In the halfway house. Without him, come on, man, I wouldn't be here again on the second try.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
You need people like that, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, once again, the reason why people need to know your story, you know what I'm saying? Because now you are that same person helping other dudes get right and, you know, helping them get off the streets or, you know, so they can feed their family. Now you are passing down what was taught to you.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm humbled, man.
Absolutely.
Humbled by that, for
Absolutely.
real. Because it comes with a lot of responsibility, but humbled by it, man. And there's no joy, no greater joy than watching somebody who you down with, who's down with the hustle the same way you would, who built up with you, and then they go on and do their own thing and be great for their family and help. Now they're helping other people provide for their family now. Now we're just one big community of people helping other people get great.
Absolutely.
Oh, man, that's the greatest shit in the world,
Absolutely. Man. Absolutely. So I understand you do volunteer haircuts for the kids.
Absolutely.
Every year.
Every year.
You know what I mean? Tell us about that. Tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely, man. We do a thing with my man OJ Mack and them, and they do a going back to school, free haircuts for the kids. Guys from different barbershops all around the whole city come together, give their time and everything. Give out book bags and care kits and, I mean, just advice, resources, everything, every year to these kids. Once a year when school starts, but throughout the year, we're doing mentorships. And I'm working with the guys up at, what's the youth places and over here where they going to school. And they come down here and we mentor them. And it's just so dope, man. It's so dope. Job Corps. We do a lot of things with them, man. That's what it was. Job Corps, man. We do a lot of things with Job Corps and just helping people, man. Because you got to pay that shit forward. You got to give back, man. You can't keep taking out of life. That's another thing jail taught me, man.
Listen, so you go through all that, you know what I'm saying? Emotions, up, down, you know, it was rough, you know, you come home, you faced with all these different challenges. So, like, tell us how you felt the first day you walked into your shop, the first day you walked into Status and you know, into the barbershop and said, you know, like, yo, everything I did, all my work finally paid off. Tell us how that felt.
Yo, man, you know, nigga, listen, when you get those keys, man, first of all, I didn't even think they was gonna let me in Shady Side.
Right, feel me?
Yeah, man, we're located directly across the street from Shakespeare Giant Eagle on Shady Avenue. They don't let us down here, bro. Not no convict, not no black dude. For real, not a nigga whose credit ain't right, whose financials ain't all this. Like, it was a straight gift from God, bro.
Ain't no doubt.
That this man gave me a chance. And when I got those keys, man, I came in here, bro. I ain't gonna lie, yo. I shed like 1.5 tears, because I was a gangster. So I shed like 1.5 tears, my nigga. Yeah. Had me a shot of Cuervo in here by myself.
Ain't no doubt.
Listen, man, I couldn't believe it.
That's what's up.
I couldn't believe it, man.
And like you said, that was just God opening up another door for you, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that all come from being humble. That all come from, you know, doing what you had to do. You know, because they say faith without works is dead. But so that means, listen, okay, I know God love me. I know He here, but I still got to work towards it.
Absolutely.
To get it. So you put the work in, and this was God just rewarding. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. Yeah, it was, man. I ain't got no words, bro. This shit it's still, I can't believe it. We just did the first New Year here.
That's what's up.
Our anniversary's in May.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Already.
Yeah.
It's coming fast, you know. That's what's
Yo,
up,
nigga.
Yeah, I can tell. Like, listen,
Yeah.
I'm looking at the look on your face. You know what I mean? Like, I can tell. Like, it's just a lot of emotions right now. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Absolutely, man. That's what's up. Okay, so you knew the odds were stacked against you. You know, when you came home, first being a black man, like you said. You know what I'm saying? Out here, you know, and second, being in the city where, you know, we all know it's not. Racially motivated for black folks, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, you know, not too many places want to employ felons. You know what I mean?
Right.
You get a felony, man, you basically dead on this world. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what advice would you give someone who's been through a similar situation as yours. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it ain't the drugs or whatever, but just being incarcerated in general and coming home and, you know what I mean? Like, what advice would you have for someone?
For people who've been through the struggle, locked up, or just been in a situation where you felt like life locked you up, figure out who you are. What do you want to do? And sometimes you got to work a job, or sometimes you got to cultivate a skill. But you got to start with believing in yourself, man. You got to believe that you, because of where you're at right now, ain't where you're going to be. You got dreams, bruh. I know you got to have dreams. Chase them dreams. Follow that ambition, man. And watch these doors open up, man. Watch these doors open up for you. I swear to God, I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart. Watch these doors open up and watch the fake people who you thought were close to you shave off, and these new people who you never thought would help you step up like they your family, bro. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying?